The 4th of February, 211 AD, the Roman Emperor Septimius Severus dies in York. Septimius Severus was an African Roman emperor who died in Britain. Yep, you've heard that right. He was born in Libya. He became an important military commander. And when the despotic and ever so slightly unhinged Emperor Commodus was murdered, yeah, for those of you who've seen the film Gladiator, you know the mad Emperor Commodus, that's him we're talking about. Anyway, when Emperor Commodus was murdered, Septimius marched his legion into Rome and seized power in 193 AD. 15 years later, 208 AD, he arrived in the Roman province of Britannia with his sons, Caracalla and Geta. And they spent the next couple of years trying to extend Rome's influence north of Hadrian's Wall into the land of the Picts in modern-day Scotland, and actually with some success, it must be said. But on the 4th of February, 211 AD, he died in the northern Roman city of Eboracum, which we now know as York. And for the horse racing fans amongst you, Tim Brown, Barry Pinnington, there's a race each year at York races called the Ebor. Now you know the connection, Eboracum. He bequeathed the empire on his deathbed to his two sons who were with him in York, and they were going to share the empire. But I mean, do siblings ever share anything? So Caracalla murdered Geta and had it all to himself. And Septimius's family held power for another 25 years in the Roman Empire. Septimius Severus was not the only Roman emperor to visit Britain in the Roman days, and nor was he the only one to die here either. The first emperor to arrive in Britain was Claudius. He arrived in the wake of the Roman invasion of AD 43. He came along with a whole group of elephants and things. It was his glorious conquest, not that he'd done anything. And he was there to witness the conquest of England. They put on a mock battle that he presided over, and he stayed a massive 16 days and then cleared off for his victory celebration in Rome, leaving his generals to get on with all the dirty work of actually conquering Britain, which took a long time. 80 years later, Hadrian visited Britain and instructed that a wall be built in the north to keep the Picts out of the Roman province. Hadrian's Wall, still there. Just over 100 years after Septimius Severus had died in York, another emperor, Constantine Chorus, also died in Eboracum. His son was on hand to be proclaimed emperor, and his name was Constantine the Great. So yeah, Roman Britain, we don't know a lot about it. We probably all like to know a bit more, but it's amazing that bits of Roman history and names that maybe we've heard of, like Constantine the Great, have a very direct connection with this country.